Hey friends, welcome to our show Connect Talks. This is Pranavesh hosting this channel, an initiative by L&D Global Mumbai chapter in collaboration with Pragati Software Solution, a space for co-working, location courtesy, we grow business facilitator. Today we have a very special guest. As in the industry, she rules today's marketing world. Someone who deals into digital marketing over 5 years plus and search engine optimization, which is also known as SEO and SMO. She's been the founder of Creative Minds, a digital marketing agency. She has had the international marketing projects in Dubai and Singapore, served brands like Aditya Birla Group and International Jazz Concert. So it's great to hear that she has started her journey at the age of 21. So today we have handpicked an interesting topic, which is merely creating a buzzword in the millennial students today. So let us hear it from Ms. Parichi Raja about digital marketing. So Ms. Parichi,
Hi.
welcome to the show once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, what's your take on digital marketing? So probably I hear a lot of time that people say digital marketing ही होता है, digital marketing वो होता है. So every time I hear digital marketing, do actually people know that this is digital marketing?
I guess yes, because what is digital marketing first? Let's get clear.
Okay, yeah.
Digital marketing is when any brand, any product or any service, when they put their word out there on any electronic platform, on any electronic media, when there is a two-way communication between the consumer or the user and the marketer, that's when it's called digital marketing. Like initially, traditional medias used to be one-way marketing.
Correct.
Now it has times changed. Now anything that's two-way communication, that's on electronic platform, that's called digital marketing.
Okay.
And now I think, if you ask me, marketing your presence online is as important as creating your presence.
Okay.
Because if you're not online, you do not exist at all. You have to market your presence online, be it any brand, any service. If you're not online, then it's really difficult for anybody to search you, right? So the important question you really need to ask is, would your business function as effectively if you're not online as much as a brand or a service who's your competitor but who's already established themselves online, not just established but established successfully online?
Okay.
Would you function then?
Oh.
I don't think so, right?
So,
because if you need anything today, what is the first thing you do? You go onto Google, you search their name, you put the search query, and
Correct.
whatever pops up, you mean that yes, that's answered your query, right?
Correct.
So marketer these days needs to understand the split moment. The brands need to understand the split moment, that if anybody types any query on Google, you need to catch that moment and you need to come on the search result.
Correct. On the first page.
Yeah, I have this whenever we talk, like my students and I. So I always tell them that if you want to kill someone, and where would you bury their body? Where would you hide their body?
Exactly.
So they're like, one of my students said that, it was a very smart answer. She said that I would hide it on the second page of Google. Nobody goes and visit that page, right? So it's all because you yourself wouldn't go beyond the first page, right? So whatever the first page, it's our perception. Whatever it's coming on the first page, that's like the best thing.
Exactly.
Right?
That's
so
our perception.
That's our perception, that's
Exactly.
right. So be it any brand, any product, any service, it's very important for them to come online these days, because everything is online. You look around, everything is digitized. The revolution that it's got along with it, it's unprecedented, it's unparalleled, because I don't think so that if for a reputed brand to not be online, it's going to hamper their reputation, right? Because
in the long run.
In the long run, even today, if you want to search information even about a person, what would you do? You would go onto Facebook and look out for them. You would go onto Google and check out the brand that you
Correct.
need. And if you have no presence online at all, that's going to be a problem then, right?
Wonderful. Okay.
So that's one thing. Now, if you ask me that today, if I call you and say that, if let's start a media company, right? So what would you think about? Like initially, if I told you that let's start a media company, what would you consider? You would have thought that starting a media company would probably mean
a television channel.
Television channel. You would think that it's a television channel,
or a film making studio
exactly,
or something.
or probably have a radio channel on a radio satellite, or start a magazine, start a newspaper, or something like that, right? And we all know that having a media company in the traditional, according to traditional method, would have cost you a bomb. Olden days. But now if I come and tell you that I need to start a media company, you can become an entrepreneur in just zero budget.
Correct.
Zero money, right? So how? Like we all know, television is being replaced by YouTube, Netflix,
correct,
Hulu, Amazon,
yeah,
name it, right? Radio, that's being
every
replaced by
giant players out there.
Radio being replaced by Gaana.com, 7.com, iTunes.
Many
Spotify,
more.
a lot more. Newspapers, they are being replaced by Twitter. E-papers. You get applications, you get notification, you get instant notifications on all the channels, right? So Twitter, blogs, podcasts. Do you need, as a brand, as a service provider, as a product, you need to realize and understand which are the platforms online that will make your brand reach to a larger audience, to a correct audience. Why? Because your consumer base is online.
So do you really say the target audience plays a major role out here?
Definitely. Plus, when we compare traditional and digital media, in the traditional media, whenever you distribute pamphlets in the newspapers, or articles in the newspapers, or banners, right? It's not quantifiable. You wouldn't know how many people came and read it. You wouldn't know how many people came and probably even saw your ads or not, right? But on online platforms, you know how many people clicked, from where they clicked. How did they come and visit your website? So it's quantifiable, it's cost effective, it reaches your ads to the right target audience on Facebook, on Google AdWords, on LinkedIn, Twitter, name any platforms. Your target audience is set. You have to choose your target audience, and then your ads reaches to those audience.
Correct.
In the traditional media, whenever you used to distribute a pamphlet in the newspaper, you wouldn't even know how many people read it in the first place, right?
Correct, absolutely.
Now you know how many clicks you get out of how much amount you spend.
Impressions and everything that goes on.
Exactly. So it's very important to get your presence online. Why? Because you get the right target audience.
Okay.
It's cost effective. It's quantifiable.
Okay.
These three things, if people understand and if they know how to make use of right platforms for the different products and services, then I think online media can do and make wonders. Now, if you come and ask me that, let me redefine entrepreneurship for you real quick. When I say entrepreneur, what it comes to your mind?
A startup?
Exactly, right? But for me, when anybody asks me what is an entrepreneur, I think first and foremost an entrepreneur is a marketer.
Okay. Or should be a marketer, or
if he's not a marketer, he's not an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I'll tell you how.
How?
Alright. Now we all know Steve Wozniak. He's a co-founder of Apple.
Oh yeah.
Right. So one of my colleagues and I were talking, and we happened to jump onto this topic, and he said that, would you consider Steve Wozniak as a marketer? I said, as an entrepreneur also. I said he is an engineer who made iPhone. He happens to own a stake in iPhone. He's a co-founder. He's not a marketer. He's an engineer. Okay. Steve Jobs, he packaged that product and he marketed in a way where you and I wanted to buy it.
Okay, so he presented it in such a way. He
presented it in a way where you and I wanted to, he made it look desirable, right?
Wonderful.
So he is a marketer. He is an entrepreneur. Steve Wozniak was just an engineer. He was an engineer.
Okay.
but he wasn't a marketer.
Marketer. Okay. So you say that you need to be a marketer for an entrepreneur.
Exactly. If you're an entrepreneur, you have to be a marketer in the first place to begin with. Because if you're making a product, if you're coming with a product, and if nobody in the market has any idea about what the product is, if there is no buzz about it in the market, in online, nobody knows what the product, no matter how good the product is, but if nobody knows it, is there any use of creating such an amazing product, right? So that's one thing. I have got a couple of friends who keep saying that I'm a very private person and I wouldn't want to come online and show my work or myself, what am I doing. Fine, I am a very private person too, literally.
Correct.
But I think whenever you have to go down there, you have to go on the internet and you have to market yourself.
Market yourself.
You have to market your work. You have to show what you are doing. You have to show what your work is about. Nobody is asking you to put your personal life out there.
Exactly.
But you have to
professional and personal has to be separate.
Exactly.
Also, here I would like to mention one point, that even if I speak to somebody, the first digital impression that people will go to LinkedIn first, they'll check my profile.
Absolutely.
And they'll see, okay, what this person has in his bucket.
Exactly. Be it professional area, people would come and check out LinkedIn. Be in personal life, you would go and check out person's Facebook. That's how it works,
Absolutely.
right? So,
and today LinkedIn is a network of professionals.
Yes, LinkedIn is one of the most amazing platforms that we've got these days lately. It wasn't used that much as used now, but the way you can connect now, people first of all, the most important thing for everybody to understand is people take LinkedIn seriously.
Okay.
People may not take Facebook as seriously as they take LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is taken very seriously.
Very seriously, exactly.
Why? Because I don't think so anybody would bluff on LinkedIn about their skills, qualifications, the work or
everything.
Right. So whenever you put your
posts
out there, or whenever you put your qualifications on LinkedIn, people are going to come and they're going to take you seriously, and everybody along with that. On LinkedIn, you can get in touch with all the professionals of your field, regardless of. You don't have to pay anything.
Correct.
It's organically also it works amazing, right? So yeah, LinkedIn is an amazing platform to be on. But again, the important thing to understand on online platform is what is your objective of a campaign. Okay. Would you want to just brand it? Do you want sales out of it? Leads out of it? Do you want sales out of it? Because only then and then will you be able to choose and select a platform where you would want to market your product or a service. Like I'll give you an example, okay? I had a client who was into gold jewelry. Okay. And he wanted to sell, he was very adamant, I want to sell this jewelry online, you do it whatever you want, it was Diwali time. Okay. So he had come with an amazing offer actually. So we said, sir, gold is not an impulse purchase. Okay. Gold is not something that you would be able to sell online because nobody purchases gold online, right? He said, no, I want to sell it online, you do it whatever you want, this is the money, you have to sell it. Alright. We were like, alright, we'll try. We wasted a couple of thousands of his. But we couldn't sell it much. So we were like, sir, nahi hoga. Online is not possible. Correct. He was still adamant. He's like, you do it, we don't know. What I and my team and I came up with this strategy. We started selling gold coins online. Wow. Which weren't that expensive as compared to the jewelry. Okay. So we started selling gold coins online, and surprisingly, there were quite a few people who actually bought it. Oh, okay. During the Diwali time, because he was having an amazing offer. So then we noticed a pattern that later, after say 2.5 or 3 months, the same people came onto his website and they started purchasing jewelry as well
from the website.
From him.
Wonderful.
Why? Because the trust factor.
Okay, fine.
Online these days, it's very, very important for you to have that trust factor in order to make a purchase online. Okay. I'll give you the second example. Now, not just the millennials, there are older generation to us who have started purchasing online. I'll take my mom for example.
So if you could just statistically So out of the entire world that we say at large, statistically, what is the percentage that you say that they are digital now? Or you could just share an example, just you saying something about your mom.
Actually, yeah, I'll go back to that. I'll give the stats later. Remind me of that. Yeah. My mom the other day she bought a pair of shoes, and she asked me, "Hey, I bought this," and I'm like, "Good." And she's like, "I was not supposed to buy it, but I saw that ad on my profile like 3 to 4 times, so I felt like I was destined to buy it." I'm like, all right, you weren't destined to buy it. It's called remarketing.
Remarketing.
The ad was being pushed to you again and again because you went and checked that shoes out in the first place.
Exactly, correct.
So because she saw it so many times, she thought that I have to buy it. I have to buy it. So that's how it's done these days. That whenever we get a particular audience on our website, we try to show those ads again and again to them. They probably make a purchase out of it.
Exactly.
The most important thing in digital, the most interesting thing in digital marketing these days is you get the right audience in a very cost-effective manner. You know what results are quantifiable because you know from where the traffic is coming on your website. You even get to know how many minutes were they on the website on a particular page. Basically. Exactly, right?
So if I just ask you one more thing is, now that's you saying that elderly people also come in digital.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying right now?
Sure. My dadi, my nannies, all of them are on Facebook, and they have started making a purchase solely because they provide cash on delivery now. So yeah, they all are on Facebook. They all are on WhatsApp. They all are on Facebook. So yes, it's just not about marketing your brand. See, like I've mentioned before, if you are not making your presence felt online, you are not creating a presence at all in the first place to begin with, right? So only and only if you are online, it completely depends upon your agenda. If you are online for branding purpose, there are products which cannot be sold because they cannot be impulsively purchased, like products like properties or automobiles or gold, like I mentioned. Those are impulse purchases. They're e-commerce.
Okay.
Those are not impulse purchases. These are impulse purchases like e-commerce, clothes, and clothing.
So you just have you don't have the look and feel of the product, but just by the looks on the website.
But these days, people are still going and making the purchase out of it. I think the most important thing here is to select the platform which you would want to go and on which would you want to go and market it.
Correct.
That's the most important part. So defining the agenda.
Okay.
That's important. Online. So I would just like to conclude and say perhaps that the day you think that marketing online is overstated will be the day you're wrong.
Wow, I guess I mean it a lot then. Okay, I have a few questions here with me. Okay.
Sure.
Can social media marketing really help any business?
Most definitely, yes. It has been proven again and again, business after business, that in fact not having your presence online will hamper your reputation.
Okay.
Like we discussed before.
Exactly.
Having your presence online is the most important thing today enable for people to judge how effective and how good your services and products are going to be.
Oh, okay. So it is important that your products and services has to be unique from kind of USPs they need to.
Those USPs you will have to you have to bring such you have to put such information on these platforms. Preparing and producing these informations and putting onto the right platforms will show your unique selling points to the right target audience in a very cost-effective manner, and those results will be quantifiable.
Amazing point. Thank you so much. The second question that I have is, how do you think? How can you let me know that? If I ask you that to achieve an ROI, how long any entrepreneur needs to wait, or how long it would be?
Now, this is a very subjective question because social media, digital platforms, they are changing every day.
Okay.
It's changing every day. You have to have right strategy in place first. You have to define your objective. Like, do you want, like I've mentioned before, do you want branding out of it? Do you want selling out of it? If it's a expensive product, it's not going to be an impulse purchase.
Okay.
If it's not an impulse purchase, you cannot expect ROI out of it so soon. If it's an impulse purchase, you definitely can expect ROI out of it, but provided you go onto the platforms where you find your consumer base.
Oh, okay. So it's a long run.
It's a long run.
So it
takes some time. Yes, it definitely takes time. I'm not going to do it. But again, when you say traditional media, you wouldn't even know how many people saw your ads on television or on radio or on pamphlets or on the banners and went and purchased your product. Correct. Whereas on online platforms, you know at least what are the results.
The stats and the figures are online on real-time basis.
On real-time basis, exactly so.
So, if I say social media, it's a broader perspective. So, there are so many social media platforms. What do you think? What is a major platform somebody should business on?
If it's like I said, if you're here just for branding, LinkedIn ads are very expensive. LinkedIn, Twitter ads, they are very expensive. Now in online platforms, you have something known as organic, inorganic.
Correct.
Organic means you are reaching people these days are going viral on Facebook.
Correct.
There are trolls, there are memes that are coming out on Facebook.
Correct.
Now the people who create those memes, they are not doing that for free. They are earning something out of it.
Exactly, correct.
Because people are paying them.
Yeah.
You must have seen these days influencers marketing.
Exactly.
People online, they are choosing a particular influencer for your particular product, and then they are asking them to market their product or service via their profiles.
Yeah, profiles.
Like you can say Instagram. Initially, I did not quite understand that why people are just posting pictures and what do they get out of it by just dolling up and posting their pictures. But now they are earning money out of it. One influencer takes lakhs of rupees to tweet. Celebrities takes lakhs of rupees to just put their one tweet out. So choosing a right influencer for your product or a service and right platform, I think yes, it can do wonders, and you will be able to sell your brand to a right target audience.
Thank you so much, Pari. That was a wonderful point here. So Parichi, to put it in a nutshell of the entire conversation or the interview on digital marketing that we just had, how would you put that in a nutshell together?
I would say that like the way I began in the first place, that creating a presence online is as important as creating your presence itself.
Okay.
If you're not online, you're not anywhere. So the day you think that having a presence online is understated will be the day you're wrong.
Wow, amazing point, and too short, too crisp. That's it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Parichi. That was wonderful with you.
It was amazing having you.
And viewers, I hope you enjoyed hearing Parichi Raja here. With me, Pranavesh Noy, signing off from Connect Talks, an initiative by L&D Global Mumbai chapter, in collaboration with Pragati Software, a space for co-working. Location courtesy, VGrow Business Facilitator. Hope to see you connected again. Collaborate, co-create and contribute. Thank you so much.